direct. It's the hope that kills you. You beat Everton 5-1. Ramsey gets a hat-trick. Looked really good. Everton were abject, but looked really good. And you think, yes, maybe Mkhitaryan, Aubameyang, good signings. Maybe we've turned the corner.
No, not going to turn the corner till the manager goes. It's as simple as that. Mkhitaryan wouldn't have made a difference today. I mean, I think sometimes it is Jesus. Jesus or Aguero.
Okay, I mean, we've seen them play together. Going forward for the Champions League, would you have him and Aguero, or would you have him coming off the bench for Aguero?
The latter.
Okay.
Definitely.
Great to see him back.
You know, if it gets to the quarterfinals and it's a big draw for City, if Aguero is on the bench, his face will be. It would tell 1,000 stories.
Well, you used the word.
It's happened before.
It has, but you used the word in the first half, undroppable. The way he's playing right now.
Yeah, in my opinion, he is. Right? And I think that's the way they'll see it. But he has been frustrated before. Let's just say that.
I'll tell you what. First world problems, though, huh? What a decision to make. Not a bad one. Over the top for Aubameyang. Better from Bravo.
I mean, how many of these has there been? 3 or 4? There should have been much more.
Sané was the player making way for Gabriel Jesus. One change left for Pep if required. Arsenal win all 3. There's always that little doubt in the back of your mind. The ball goes back like that and he's under. They beat Sheffield Wednesday when substitute Steve Morrow came on, scored the winner, was then dropped by Tony Adams afterwards as the Arsenal fans make their way out of Wembley. It's only 11 miles back to part of North London. Steve Morrow did not get his League Cup final winner's medal until nearly a month after. Because after being dropped on the shoulders of Tony Adams, he broke his arm, needed oxygen, went straight to hospital and was handed his League Cup winner's medal nearly a month later. 2007, 2011 and 2018 now for Wenger in the League Cup final. for that. So a good game, Craig Dawson. It's a lot less lively than when he was in charge of Liverpool West Brom last month. Gabriel Jesus, Kevin De Bruyne. Great to see him back.
You know, if it gets to the quarter-final,
will it be a centre-back he'll take off? You would expect him to go to a flat 4.
Yeah, well, I think it would have to be Chambers, wouldn't it, to keep it, well, you're keeping Koscielny and Mustafi on, 2 experienced players.
Trying to second-guess Arsene Wenger over the years has been at times difficult.
At the moment, this is cruise control for City.
Their top scorer and their captain have been on target today. That's why City have a 2-0 lead. If you're just joining us on ESPN, the Carabao Cup final, Manchester City leading Arsenal by 2-0. Mark Donaldson and Craig Burley. Space for Aguero. Bernardo Silva, Leroy Sané. Had to get there first, Mustafi. David Silva. It's 3! Game, set and match! Engrave the trophy now!
Well, I'm not going to talk about Arsenal here because it's done and dusted. Wenger can talk to the official all he wants, but this is brilliant, absolutely City brilliance. To pop it around here like it's a training game. In his feet, the City fans are loving it. Danilo does great. Lovely little ball. Chambers is defending it. Brilliant from the little fella, just lets it run across his body, and what a finish. Absolutely fantastic. Top drawer from top quality players. The little Spaniard finds the corner. The goalkeeper, Espina, can have no blame in my opinion whatsoever. It's a perfect strike from a perfect set-up, and for the blue half of Manchester.
Craig, they kept the ball so long that Arsenal couldn't even make the change. Aguero, Company, Silva. 1, 2, 3. And Welbeck does come on. 4 wins from 5 finals for Manchester City. Goodness, we've got some.
It's painful for the young ones. It's can be a frustrating game to be a supporter of at times, I know. But you know, going back to City, all the new signings, the influx of players, but 3 of the guys that have been at City the longest out of the current squad, Aguero, Company, David Silva, been there quite a few years, long before Pep got in. And you know, David Silva, one of the best. You rarely hear anything bad. He's never in the newspapers. He just gets on with it. A fantastic talent, just an all-round, in my opinion, wonderful professional who doesn't always get the headlines that the De Bruynes and others get, but what a little magician and fantastic player he is.
Vincent Kompany joined from Hamburg in 2008. Sergio Aguero joined from Atletico Madrid in 2011. David Silva the year before, joining from Valencia. Long-serving players about to lift their third League Cup. Can they get more? The blue flags flying around Wembley. 3/4 of the way through this one. If you're an Arsenal fan, your team hasn't really showed up, not really laid a glove on City. Players like Ozil signing that new deal, getting paid a fortune a week. Hasn't played well or hasn't had the service today. Lots of questions, not many answers. City, it's like a training exercise for them right now, and their fans are loving it. 13 points clear of City rivals United in the Premier League after Jose Mourinho's team beat Chelsea earlier today. It's their nemesis. Gundogan, loads of space. Ozil. Welbeck still waiting on his first touch since coming on. Still waiting. Nicely done by Bernardo Silva. Free kick. On Thursday on ESPN2, the United States women's national team hosts Germany from Columbus, Ohio, in their first match in the She Believes Cup. Coverage begins at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific on ESPN2. Take us out and about as well on the ESPN app. A touch from Otamendi to prevent Ozil's through ball from reaching a teammate. This is when they're so dangerous as well on the counter in transition with the pace. Sane. Good goalkeeping by David Ospina.
He had a look up there, Sane. He saw who it was Mustafi, and he thought, right, I'm having a bit of this. I'm having a little 10-yard sprint. That's what you do, you know. I know, because lots of people did it to me. It's no fun when somebody's much quicker than you. It ain't no fun.
Well, you can't lose what you've never had. Here's Bellerin. Kolasinac. First touch for Welbeck since coming on. This time it's City with all 11 players behind the ball. Koscielny's pass for Aubameyang. And guess what? For Arsenal, you've got to do it all again against the same opponents on Thursday night. But they do have home advantage this time at the Emirates. Okay, Alex Iwobi is next and will be the final change for Arsenal after Kolasinac for Monreal in the first half and Welbeck for Chambers after 65 minutes. The other thing about City is the strength and depth. Raheem Sterling, massive player for City this year. Unfit, probably won't make Thursday. So they change it up. Sana comes in. Bernardo Silva comes off the bench. Kevin De Bruyne plays a little bit further forward. And Ramsey's afternoon is over. The strength and depth they have as well.
The passing's been crisper, sharper and more accurate. They were at times, by their standards,